Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We are here with Jeff and Max and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands he's learned here at school. Now as you'll notice, Max is sitting very nicely at Jeff's left, which is where all the training starts and stops. And the first thing we're going to introduce is the training equipment. Max has been fitted with his very own training collar that we're going to show you how to properly use when he goes home. And you'll notice that Jeff has a standard 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar with your left hand. So again, Max is seated very nicely at Jeff's left, and the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is properly walking on a leash, and the command is Max heel.
Max, heel. Good boy, big guy. Max, heel.
Now at this point, Max has got a job to do. That's to stay even with Jeff's left leg, no forging ahead, no lagging behind. And whenever you stop, we want Max to automatically sit and wait for his next command. Jeff is also using clicker training, so whenever Max responds appropriate, he gets a click and gets a treat as well. Nice automatic sit, and then the occasional treat. And this is a good reward system for Max. It helps him focus and helps him pay attention. Jeff will take off heeling one more time. And again, heeling is proper leash walking, always on your left, and it's Max's job to stay even with your left leg, no forging ahead. Whenever you change directions, he's supposed to as well.
Sit. No, sit.
If he doesn't sit, you hear Jeff say no sit with a correction, and with a big 180-pound dog, the corrections are pretty subtle. Now the next command we're going to demonstrate is going to be the sit stay. So Jeff uses his left open palm, a couple inches from Max's muzzle, and the one-word firm command to stay.
Stay. So when you practice at home, you notice I'm immediately in front of him. What took so long with Max is every day I take one step back. Stay. You got to keep reminding him. Stay. Stay.
So you want to have him hold these stationary commands for 30 seconds, working up to 3 minutes. And like Jeff said, it took him a while to increase the distance between him and Max.
Stay.
And that'll be important at home. Increase the time and the distance between you and your dog. When Jeff returns back to his dog, he walks all the way around him counterclockwise. He ends up back at heel position, and Max expects to get praise or a little treat as a reward for holding that sit-stay command, and then they take off heeling again. You can hear Jeff talking to Max, praising Max for doing a good job.
Giant baby. Sit. Right. No, sit. No, sit.
Now, of course, as soon as the camera goes on, Max decides to be a little bit stubborn, but the important thing with Max and with all of our dogs, if you give them a command, if it takes you 2 or 3 times to get them to follow that command, that's okay. It's important that Max knows you're going to be a little bit more stubborn than he is, which is typical for an intact male Mastiff at his age. So instead of returning back to Max, Jeff can call him out of that.
Max, come.
The command is Max come. It's designed to have Max come back to you when you call him, and then just like Max did there, sit when he got back to Jeff. So that's number 1, teaching your dog to come when called, and then 2, greeting you appropriately, not jumping all over you, not mugging you. I remember when I picked up Max, he was so excited to kind of see me and see where he was going, he drug you right to the car, which is understandable. He's so strong.
Sit. Good.
Okay. So the next commands we can set up, and I'm going to leave this to Jeff. It's going to be either the down command, the down from heel position. So we're going to let Jeff decide which command he wants to show you next.
Down. No. Down. Good. You got this. You've done this 100 times. Stay.
Now the funny thing with that, and Max does the down command really well, he would prefer to actually lay down and stay than to sit stay. One of the problems that we were running into with Max is that he would go from a sit stay to a down stay on his own. So the down stays typically can last a little longer than your sit stays at home, 1 minute working up to 5 minutes.
Stay, but
And you can practice all these commands inside and outside. So we always practice these initially in a distraction-free environment, which I know you have. Jeff returns back to him again, walking around to him counterclockwise, stops at heel position. Max gets a click and a treat for praise, and they take off healing again.
No, sit. Go ahead.
Well, that was better with the sit, the automatic sit. And again. Down from heel position, left open palm, one word firm command to down and to stay. Again, increase the time and the distance between you and Max. Again, you can practice these commands right inside your home. And when you see Max throw his hips out like that, he's letting you know he's pretty comfortable.
I'm not gonna lie, this is where I usually give him a belly rub, and I can't give him a belly rub every time. Max, come!
So Jeff's going to call him out of that. Again, the command is Max, come. He should come right back to Jeff and sit just like that. Really good job. And Max and Jeff are best friends. I mean, Jeff has spent a tremendous amount of time with your dog, working with him.
Max, here. I'm gonna jump on camera for you guys.
And Jeff has done a lot of loose lead healing with him. You can see he doesn't even have his left hand on the leash.
Sit. No, sit. You go.
But you could see Jeff did an about turn there, did some healing with him, and the leash was just around his neck, which is pretty impressive. And then the very last command we're going to demonstrate is going to be the down from a distance. So always have your dog seated first. You're going to use your right open palm and the one word firm command to down. So the only thing in this video that needed a little bit of sharpening, which wasn't the norm for Max, could be the camera, could be me distracting him, was that automatic sit, but his healing was impeccable. His down commands were great. The recall or the come command was excellent. The automatic sit when he got back to Jeff was great on that recall. So he's done a really great job here at school. We're all going to miss Max, and we look forward to seeing you soon. And we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer. And there are the belly rubs. Have a great day, Stephen. We'll see you soon.